Let's stop sugarcoating it. If she's not acting like the woman you want, it's because you're not the man she needs. You can't ask her to submit if you're not giving her nothing to submit to. No vision, no leadership, no consistency. Here's the hard truth. Women don't automatically become soft. They respond to the energy that you bring. If you're inconsistent, broke in ambition, not just money, emotionally unavailable, or just plain selfish, what exactly is she supposed to follow? Your potential? Your excuses? Some of y'all want loyalty and respect from women that you've given nothing to but confusion and chaos. You want her to be feminine while you're running around gossiping, being petty, and dodging accountability like it's a bill collector. Just because you're older doesn't mean you've leveled up. Age doesn't equal wisdom if you're still out here manipulating, playing games, and treating women like you're entitled to them just because you've been through something. Women respect actions, not your title. If you want her to treat you like a king, move like one. Be her rock, not her burden. Show her that she can trust your lead because you've shown her time and time again that you are more than capable. If she's acting distant, cold, or hardened, it's because you've given her no reason to soften. Bottom line is, if she's not showing up as the woman you desire, it's time to check your role in that equation. A real man creates an environment where a woman wants to bring her best. Boys demand it without earning it. Choose who you want to be. And when you do, watch how fast she changes. And remember, ladies, accept nothing less than queen treatment.
You know what I'm starting to think? Pandering is a mental illness.
There you go.
Pandering has to be a mental illness.
There you go. Now,
they
why
come on the internet, these guys, and listen. We all know there's some no good niggas out here. We all know that. That's guys that do everything he say. They gossip. They not leaders. They don't take accountability. We all know that, man. You ain't got to tell us that. You ain't got to tell us that. But you telling us that because you on here pandering. You on here pandering, trying to get your audience. And I tell you what, I take that back. A lot of these niggas ain't trying to get no audience. That's just who they is. That's just who they is. And if you tell them anything otherwise, they don't want to hear it. And they can't fathom it being any different than how they see it. And that's in a mind state of a pandering man, which is a mental illness.
Stop it. So the narrative is we want to create an environment where it's a balance. So we're often we hear the women talking about how negative the men are, how they lack accountability, how the men are this, how men. And this is just a man who's doing it the right way that's telling men they need to man up. Stop being so sassy like some of them are. Stop conducting themselves the way they conducting themselves and do these things. He's just giving them some perners. Doesn't mean that the man is pandering. It means that he's giving men some solid information and saying, listen, dude, take a look at yourself. If you got a woman and that woman is not willing to be submissive to you, that woman is not doing the things you want her to do, are you really the man that she needs to be? Now, you can sit and say he pandering, but he's telling the truth. Like, literally, he's giving a message to them, but that's what's going to happen. The message going to go over a lot of men's head because this is the way life goes. If something doesn't apply to you, then you don't have to worry about what he's saying. But there are some people that need to hear what he's saying because it applies to them. See, you have a problem with this message and you're calling it pandering because as a man it doesn't apply to you, but there's a lot of men that message applied to you, and I'm sorry, sweetie, it's more men that message applied to than men who are like you, who's sitting on the defense saying, hey, why he's saying this, he pandering, he just trying to do that. No, this is a brother that's trying to talk to these sass ass men out here and tell them get their shit together. That's what he doing. And they whining and they crying. We see it all the time. They on the internet. Why she treat me this way? Why she cheated on me? Why this is happening? He's trying to tell their asses why this happening to him. But no. A smart ass like you is going to get in here and say, oh, he pondering. He doing this. He doing that. He just doing that. No, he talking to them. See, because it doesn't apply to you. That's why you taking it that way. But to those that it applied to, they need to take that and listen. Because it's a lot of men that applies to.
See, this is exactly why he make these kind of messages. Because he's trying to gain cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to gain cheerleaders, and
don't make me do a split.
Women like you, they fall for this kind of stuff. Because let me break it down for you. He started his message off by saying, now he could have put the other stuff in there. He would have been okay. Some men don't take accountability. Some men don't know how to lead, which would be true. But he started the message off by saying, if a woman acts the way she does, it's probably because of you. Which we know that's a lie. Because some women, we made enough videos, we've did enough stories to know that some women are just flat out jackasses. And they do certain things. They are. So you're gonna tell me, while all the video we did, all the shit we done seen, you're gonna tell me that some women ain't just flat out just jackasses.
No, I'm not gonna.
Why you telling me to stop then? If I'm telling the truth, just say amen.
I didn't say stop.
Amen. If I'm telling the truth, just say amen.
Don't call them jackasses.
That's what they are. Some women they out to manipulate, and they don't have no kind of moral or values. They don't care about nobody but themselves.
So let me ask you a question.
I don't give a damn what kind of relationship you get in. She gonna act the way she gonna act regardless. And the only power you have is to walk your ass out the door. So don't sit up here and say the reason why a woman act the way she do is because of you. Now, in some cases, it may be. And a lot, I give it about 50-50. But some women are just flat out jackasses. So when you make that statement, he's pondering, he's baiting you in to say, yeah, you know what? You're right. If I act the way I act, he's supposed to be this way, so I won't act that way. No, you're supposed to act the way you're supposed to act and treat people how they're supposed to be treated. You're supposed to conduct yourself as a woman in a relationship, regardless of how the man is. And if you can't, then get your ass up out the relationship and go find you somebody where you can be who you need to be in a relationship. But to sit up there and start your comment out by, if a woman act the way she do, then that's because of you. Man, you up here pandering, man.
Some women do act the way they do because of the way the men act. Man. Some women act. So, okay, let's go back to this. So what about those men?
No, stop.
You're not letting me talk. You didn't talk.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna say one thing.
No, you didn't say it enough.
The key word that you just said is some. He didn't say some. See, words mean something. And when you don't use the proper words, then that means you got an agenda.
I'm telling you, that's because a man like you is reading into what he says because it does not apply to you. If it applies to you, then it ain't going to be that way. He doesn't have to say some are Pacific. He's sending a message out to a Pacific type of man. And yes, the way it works is if you are a certain type of man, that woman will respond to the kind of man that you are. There are a lot of men who are in relationships who are allowing women, they marry these women. They're allowing these women not to sleep with them. They're allowing the women to talk to them any kind of way, but yet they still show up every day, paying all the bills, doing everything they can to be the best man that they can be because they think, oh, I'm a man and this is what I'm supposed to do. At the end of the day, you're being treated this way because you allow it. You allow that as a man. So what? So
that's your bad.
That's what I'm saying. So that there are men who allow. He just said, if things are going bad in your relationship and you're not getting what you need, are you being the man you need to be? And that's that man's fault. So if you're with a woman and she doing everything wrong and you consistently show up and be a man, you're a fucking jackass. You're a jackass to get less than what you deserve. Just as she, a woman who's giving everything that she needs to give to a man, cooking, cleaning, showing up, being faithful, and he's lazy, he ain't working, he ain't doing this, and she's staying that is her fault. You don't need to stay in a relationship. So he's making men be accountable for these screwed up women that they got. Why are you whining and crying about what she ain't doing? She ain't sleeping with me. She ain't doing this. She ain't doing that. Well, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Because you're allowing that shit. As a man, you're not supposed to allow yourself to be stepped on and treated in a certain manner. That is not man behavior. That is not masculine. And a woman will never submit to that. She will never, ever see you as a man. She won't see you in that way because she treats you the way she treats you to challenge you. And you fail the challenge every time because you allow that. And that's all he's saying. Look at yourself. If you got a screwed up woman in your house, whose fault is that? Because a real man, either she won't be there or he gonna get her in line.